Today I wanted to talk about Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. Now, you guys might say, what the fuck is that? What are you talking about? Now, if you don't remember, a game was announced, and that game is an action-adventure game that's being developed by Skydance New Media. And it's a game set during World War II. It's apparently set in occupied Paris, and it involves Captain America, who forms an ally with the Black Panther, and it's not T'Challa, it's Azuri, as they attempt to prevent the rise of a terrorist organization known as Hydra. So you have two famous characters in the lead role. Now, this game was announced back in October of 2021. It has been a while. And one of the people at the studio that is making this game is Amy Hennig, and you guys might know her from Naughty Dog and her involvement in the Uncharted series. So I got a feeling that 1943 is going to be a badass game. Not only that, but the game also looks incredible. And the voice acting is awesome, and there's a whole trailer to go with the game. But after the game was announced, we haven't really heard anything at all about it. And I've been thinking about it because I made a video on this game when it was announced. I did a reaction to the trailer. I talked about it. The video is still up on the channel if you want to go look at it. But since then, we haven't really gotten anything new. And what reminded me of it is I was on Twitter and I saw somebody make a post saying, where is Marvel 1943? And then I thought, oh my God, where is this game? Like, it's been a few years now. We haven't gotten any freaking update. Well, apparently, according to a March article that released in 2025 from the Direct, the game may be coming out in Christmas of 2025. Now, the Direct article here says, during a recent interview, one of the voice actors behind Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra narrowed the game's release window. It says, despite the game being developed for over 5 years, little is still known about it, but it seemingly is set for a 2025 release. One of the voice actors says, we are still working. We are planning on 2025. We are thinking like a Christmas situation, but I'm so excited. So it appears that Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra will be releasing somewhere around early December of 2025. Now, we are only in May, so the game could start ramping up its promotion soon enough, like August, July, something like that. I'm not too sure. I think that very soon we're gonna start getting more Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra stuff, more story details, new trailers, a gameplay trailer, and just stuff like that. You know, a lot of you guys talk to me in the comments about how much you love Amy Hennig for what she did with Naughty Dog, for what she did with Uncharted, and this is her next big thing. This is her next big project. This is something that she's writing. So you can expect some of that humor that was in Uncharted, some of that seriousness, some of that coolness that Uncharted had. I think 1943 Rise of Hydra is going to impress a lot of people. I think that we've been missing more superhero games in a time, in a media, in a moment where we should have more superhero games. We don't have enough. We look at the superheroes that we have in the landscape that are considered like AAA titles. You have Insomniac Spider-Man, and you have the Batman games that came out, over a decade ago now. You could look at Suicide Squad, the Justice League, and that shit was ass. But like, there's so much more potential. You could have a Daredevil game. You could have Iron Man game. You could have more DC characters. You could have so much. A Punisher game. I mean, there's just so many superheroes that you could grab and make a story about, to be honest. And there's just something missing in that genre. I got a little bit ahead of myself there, but in reality, I can just see so many different games. I liked some aspects of Insomniac Spider-Man 2, where you played as Spider-Man Peter Parker, you played as Spider-Man Miles Morales, you played as Harry Osborn and Venom. So it's like when I played as Venom, it took me back to the time when I was a kid, and you're playing different Marvel games that are like wacky, and you have other superheroes appear and you play as those superheroes because you're just supposed to have fun. Like, it doesn't matter if the story makes all that much sense, you just want to have fun. And that's what gaming was back in the day. And playing as Venom and all these characters and Spider-Man just made me yearn for more superhero games. I'd love to play as Captain America and Black Panther and the Hulk, and again the Punisher, and again Daredevil, and those are just some of the more famous ones. But like, just heroes in general, man. A Thor game set out in the galaxy. There's just so much potential to make good superhero games, and we don't have that many. But I hope that Amy Hennig and Skydance New Media and anyone and everyone that is behind Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra can deliver a great game so more people can come and explore the superhero genre. And I hope the game sells well so more people can make more superhero games. I am really excited for 1943 Rise of Hydra, and I cannot wait to play it, and I hope that it doesn't get delayed so we can play it this year later, maybe in December.